Hello folks, it's Brett. I'm fishing right now and I tied up a bunch of bags last night uh, doing PVA mesh. Quite recently I've been a pack bait guy or salad bag guy, but there's PVA mesh. This 37 millimeter, you get 2 packs, 5 meter on Amazon for about 10 bucks free shipping, which I thought, okay, that's a good way to start. It doesn't come with a plunger or a funnel, but I figured maybe I have those things lying around, or I can go to the hardware store and improvise. And sure enough, you go to the hardware store, this is just a standard drain pipe piece. It was $4.25. I go looking through my wood collection, and I just happen to have this hickory dowel rod. All right, so there's your plunger. I mean, we don't have to get all fancy to do PVA mesh, but if you've never done it before and you want to do it on cheap, you go ahead and get yourself this on Amazon. It's 10 bucks. It comes 2 packs, so you get 10 meters to play with. All right, so that's budget hack number 1. And then you're going to say next is like, well, then I have to buy a bunch of PVA pellets and this and that, and PVA friendly products. And so I found a way around that too, because I was also on the fence on whether or not I would like this system or not. But so I get egg layer pellets and I put them in a giant coffee can, okay? And I'll take flavor of my choice. You know, I'll put 2 cups of pellet in, drizzle this on, and then I'll put the lid back on the can and literally just roll that in my living room, right? Just roll it on the floor, distribute the flavor over all the pellets, and then I'll add 2 more cups of pellets, and so on and so forth until the can is full. And then you just let that absorb overnight all the way. So, you know, if you're unsure if your flavor is PVA friendly, if the pellets absorb it all, yes, it will be by the next day. So if you have a day, there you go. If you've never used a system before, I'll show you. This is how easily this mesh jives with my $4 hardware store part, right? So there we go. I didn't have to buy a fancy funnel or plunger set to go with my PVA bag. They cost much, but I'm sure a lot of you can't say that you only spent $4.25 on your PVA system. And that's about what I did, plus $10 for 10 meters of pouch or mesh. So you want to tie yourself a knot, overhand knot, and here's some bags I tied last night. Let's get through all those. As you can see, it kind of really good tight results for hardware store stuff. So I'll get down to my pellets here for you, and I can show you, if you've never done this before, just how easy it is. What I like to do is like 1 little handful in there, trickle in. I'll hold it over the top of the coffee can. If it falls down, it's going back into the coffee can, right? So what I found is about 2 handfuls of pellet and maybe just a little more, and that makes a pretty good size sack. That's typically this big. All right, that's a decent size PVA stick right there. And then, if you've never done this before, you start to push. Well, you hold the mesh tight so it compacts as you push it through. All right, you see how that's kind of like extruding. If you ever done the sausage stuffing or whatever like that, it's pretty much like that. You're just doing it by hand. All right, and then when it's tight, I'm going to push it down with my thumb down into the bag, and I'm going to twist the mesh as I push. All right, and then end up something like that. So you're going to pull off some material. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and tie that around itself like just a big overhand knot, and keep your finger down there, and you're going to you're going to pull this excess straight down into the bag, like so. All right, then you know you're going to use it again, so you're going to go ahead and set yourself up for the next fill. So you go ahead and tie yourself another knot, overhand knot, and you're going to have that close to the other knot. And then what you do is you cut between the knots with your scissors. If you find you got a little bit of space left or you didn't get the knot close enough, don't worry. You can literally take this end and just twist it, right? And with these egg layer pellets are kind of got some chunkiness to them or whatever, they grip. So if you're doing like a twist or a pig's tail knot, you'll end up tightening it up pretty good. And then all you really do is nick your hook into the mesh, give it a spin, nick it through one more time, spin it again, and you cast that right out. And it's so easy. There's my pellets. I flavor with mango. As you can see, you got some regular decent colored ones, and then you got some nice mango-y orange ones. But those pellets are literally like $10 for 40 pounds. And you can put any kind of flavor you want on them. You let it cure overnight, and it's PVA friendly if it's absorbed by the pellet. So why buy expensive pellet systems? There you go. Amazon mash, hardware store tube, dowel rod for a plunger, and I'm in the PVA game for $14. And yeah, it works. Hope this was helpful to you, and send me a message if you have any questions about what I do. Peace, y'all.